to this computer. All right. Okay. Hey, hello, Matthew. How is life?
I'm good. How are you, Adam? Thanks for having me on the podcast today.
I am doing great. 100%. Okay, so this is all about baseball cards. Just we're gonna get into a little bit of the hobby. We're gonna get into just the values of everything, and I'll ask you some questions. All right.
All
So
right, cool. I'm excited.
yeah. First up, when did you first start collecting baseball cards?
Um, Probably when I was probably like 9 or 10. Started real early. I think I got into hockey cards first, and then as I started playing baseball more, expanded out into baseball cards as well.
Yeah, and all right, and I'll just let the viewers know I started at age 10. The idea of me playing hockey was out of the question at 10 years old, just because of where I was, and I was in Little League at the time. Yeah, I just wanted to let them know that. Have you ever sold any baseball cards before? Have you ever flipped anything?
So I haven't sold them, like at a auction or anything like that. But when I was growing up, me and my friends used to, we would get together and trade them between each other. If I had a duplicate of a cool card and I wanted someone else's card, we would trade them uh, between each other. So I guess you could consider that selling and trading, cards.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Here's this uh Manny Ramirez card. I'll take that Derek Jeter card, sort of thing,
Yeah,
and
yeah, definitely
and
something along those lines.
and this also gets into Pokemon cards. Uh, yeah. So before the next question, I did want to go on and just talk about eBay real quickly. All right, so I'm on eBay.com, and I'm actually going to share my screen with you real
Yeah, go
quickly.
for it.
Where is Firefox unknown? All right, share. All right. Okay. It's not letting me do that now. I'll just hold off on that real quickly. I mean, unless it, yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's just, yeah. I'll hold off on that one. All right,
No
but
worries.
I'll just let the it's okay. We're doing audio, real quickly, and I'll just bring that up. Yeah. Okay. So I found a Ken Griffey Jr. card, rookie card, worth $150, and then there's one that's 130. Then I get some in the 50s, 70s, 80s, and then there's like some that are like cheap as $3. It's ridiculous. It,
That's
and
kind of wild.
I know it's wild, and I mean I did the same thing with David Ortiz, Randy Johnson, and I think that the thing is that, you know, most people just don't know where to begin, right? They don't know where to begin. With this because, you know, some people like me who think that, you know, all-star cards are automatically worth something, that's clearly not the case. And also, it could just be the marketplace I'm at, but if you have a card that's uh, a high quantity of a card, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be rendered worthless over time or worth very little. So, yeah, I mean, that's definitely something to keep in the back of your head. All right.
Yeah, yeah,
Do you have
definitely.
a
I
favorite
mean, I've
card?
seen over the
What
time. I've
what
seen
was
over the
that?
time that cards have been, just diminishing um, in value, especially some of those rookie cards that you thought at one time would have been worth, a few $100 just for a card. Now are worth, $15 or $5, something like that.
Yeah. Hmm. I don't know if I think I might have had an Albert Pujols rookie card at one point, but I don't know the value of that if that's even going to be worth anything.
Yeah,
But
I wouldn't even know. I
yeah,
actually, I was looking through my old cards. I have, you know, an old binder and an old shoebox worth of cards.
yeah,
And I was actually looking for an old Albert Pujols rookie card to see if I had one, but I didn't. So
yeah. Um, I probably not. I probably don't anymore. I probably got rid of it. Geez, I have the cards in the closet in my apartment back in Maryland. Okay. Did you have a favorite card slash player growing up?
ooh, favorite card. I don't know. I always like the dual player cards or the jersey cards. Especially it was kind of cool to see like two players on one card or like, you know, a game worn jersey card. I always found like I was more attracted to those cards. But my favorite player was probably Carlos Ruiz. Growing up, he was a Phillies catcher for a bunch of years, caught a bunch of no hitters and perfect games. So, you know, being a catcher myself, it was cool to see cards with him on them. And then I always try to collect anything from him, whatever at whatever chance I could.
Yeah, I had I had like several Jimmy Rollins cards uh, growing up, and a Jim Tomey card from the Phillies, an actual holographic card. I,
Oh, that's awesome.
I th- and at the time of when I turned about 11 or 12 years old, it was worth $40,
Oh, that's cool.
and I don't know if that has increased in value. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer, Jim Tomey, which as the most walk-off home runs with I think like 13 walk-off home runs, and he's in the 500 home run club. I mean, he's that's got to be worth something. But then
Yeah,
again,
it
it
makes
could
sense.
it then again it could maybe not. Maybe I just have a a, a high quantity card, but it's like uh, yeah, at the same time it's definitely it's like, you know, you know, a box of baseball cards is a lot like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get in
Yeah,
terms
of course.
of value and who's in there. Um, Now, I don't know if you're familiar with the Financial Wolf, the YouTuber. Uh,
I am not.
Okay. He has about 50 or 60,000 subscribers. And I was looking over his videos, and he has a Grant Cardone video, but he also has these Pokemon card uh, videos, and he found a holographic Charizard, which
Ooh,
is apparently really rare, or and and he got them at Walmart, and he just like is buying them, and now he's flipping them, and
yeah,
and
I've
it's
seen that happen.
and and I don't even think this kid is 18 years old, and and he's just making bank right now. He's like he's kicking butt. So so that's just some of the things that you can do. You can definitely go on eBay, and there are definitely and I think you can also find a baseball almanac, what they have in the baseball almanac. You can also research your player. I think Cecil Fielder might actually be worth something. A guy like that, or even an Albert Bell, even some of the mediocre players, you can get some value out of that. I know Adrian Beltre, if I'm not mistaken, is uh, definitely worth something. He has 3,000 hits. He's definitely worth something.
Yeah, he's
Uh,
got to be worth something there.
what?
I said he's got to be worth something.
Yeah, he's got to be worth something. Uh, yeah, I
Did
mean,
you add? Did you were you big into Pokemon collecting?
I actually did have one package as a kid, but it's like I didn't get into that. What I got into was Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh made sense to me. I actually do not. I actually never knew how to play the Pokemon game, the actual Pokemon game at all. So I did not understand it the way Yu-Gi-Oh worked because it was numbers and you had the attack cards and the spell cards and it seemed to flow better as a card game.
Yeah, I was big into Yu-Gi-Oh. That was the thing. It was baseball cards, hockey cards, and Yu-Gi-Oh when I was growing up, and I definitely miss those days. They were fun, pulling a blue eyes white dragon out of a pack or
Uh,
something like that.
Oh, speaking of that, I actually do have that and a dark magician uh at home. I'm gonna see what I can get out of that. Plus, I'll sell the others as
Yeah,
well.
you
Maybe
gotta keep
maybe I'll
keep
make
those puppies.
4,500 bucks out of this whole thing. That'd
Oh,
be
let's hope
nice.
so.
That'd be nice. Definitely. We are about 12 minutes in. Okay. I do want to get to what Gary Vee has been doing, but I've got to take care of um some business first. All right. Okay, everyone. So since if you've been listening to me for any length of time, you should know by now that it's fun to have your hobbies, but but get a skill to go along with that so you can control the source of your income. All right, so go on to Skillshare.com. Skillshare.com offers you your first 2 months free. They have classes on web design, drones, copywriting, novel writing, and podcasting, like what we're doing here. So yeah, so I don't have a promo code, but definitely get on there, and you can cancel uh those first 2 months. You can cancel after those first 2 months, and just and it's free. And these are high quality classes. They're not that those cheap YouTube videos thrown up by random people. These are legitimate classes with legitimate projects. So go to Skillshare.com, get your first 2 months free. Okay, and then we got Honey. Guys, I recently used Honey to build out my new website. We can you can go to joinhoney.com and you install it on your Chrome browser, Firefox, Safari, whatever you're using. 2 clicks and you're done. And whenever you go to a website that offers promo codes, Honey's going to dig those up and give them to you and apply them to your checkout order. So go to joinhoney.com right now. Stop wasting money when you need to make those important purchases. So start saving some money for those very expensive and important purchases. And if you're a fan of Honey, you're also going to be a fan of Wikibuy. Very similar to joinhoney.com. You can Google search Wikibuy, add that to your web browser and get even more discounts on top of your regular checkout orders if you're going to Amazon, Kohl's, Target, whatever website you're shopping at. Okay, and finally, we have my uh, things to get to. Okay, so right now at rothsteinvoiceovers.com, I'm going to have the audiobook up at $6.50. That is Growing the Game. That is the audiobook. And also the ebook is still going to be $5 as well. So you can get both at your checkout order. Um, but the audiobook is going to be $6.50 up until Sunday, December 13th. Also, if you want to uh, learn anything about audio, if you need anything from me, hop on a Zoom call with me at rothsteinvoiceovers.com. Hit me in the chat box and I will get to you and I'll send out a Zoom link. You will get your first 30 minutes free. We will go over what we need and from there, and I will provide you any advice you may need within that 30-minute Zoom call. So head over to rothsteinvoiceovers.com. Also, if you are getting into the freelance world, you can download my Upwork resume letter for free on my website. And that's all going to be in the products page. The audiobook, the ebook, and the Upwork resume letter. So get that. So go to rothsteinvoiceovers.com, no dashes, just all lowercase, my last name, Rothstein, and then VoiceOvers.com. Go there today. Whew. All right. That was a long one. Almost, yeah. Just I'm just smiling right now, just having a little fun.
Yeah, it
All
was
right.
great, Adam. It was a good ad read. It was very well thought out, and everybody who's listening, make sure you guys go check out his stuff.
Yeah.
I bought his first book, the baseball book. What was it called again, Adam?
Growing the Game,
Growing.
Baseball's
Yep.
Popularity, History, Rules, and How to Grow Baseball.
Yeah, I couldn't get all that off my mind.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a great book. I suggest checking out his products and checking out the voiceovers.
And it's also available on Amazon.com. If you've got any gift cards there and want to apply them there, you can also head over there as well. And and one more thing. The audiobook I'll try to get that onto Audible before the year's out. Hopefully I can get through that process. Just wanted to mention that, and we're cleared from there. Okay, so let's get back to trading cards and Gary V. So Gary V has really been, getting up into the trading card world. He's had A-Rod on his podcast uh, before. I don't know if he's going to be worth much because he used steroids. Also, I mean, maybe they are going to be worth some, like Barry Bonds, but he's just digging it in right now. Whether that's football cards, um, Deion Sanders, I think his football card is worth something as well. He really was digging into uh, like some of the others. Uh, Jeff Bagwell, I think he discussed that guy. And who could forget the amazing Craig Biggio as well? Uh, his card. Yeah. So, um, yeah. So let's definitely pull that up real. I'm gonna pull that up real quickly, and for the Barry Bonds card on eBay, and yeah, Barry Bonds sports trading
Yeah, I know
cards.
Barry Bonds has a bunch of different cards out there with all the home run records he's broken and home runs in a year, and obviously the career record being his for right now.
Yeah,
It's interesting to see the cards and different values that they would have over time and all that kind of good stuff.
yeah. I think if you didn't have the season cut off the way it was, um, I think Albert Pujols would have had 700 home runs. Okay, he would have had 700 home runs, and he would definitely be close to Babe Ruth's record.
Yeah,
Now I
I
have it
agree.
up here. You have, and this doesn't make any sense. I've got the 1987 rookie card right there. New listing $50, and that looks like it's in mint condition. Then I got the one below it that says PSA 9 mint 1987 tops Tiffany Barry Bonds number 320 rare mint, and that's $250 on eBay. So I'm still just I'm still at a loss of words right now of where you're getting all this, but apparently the market knows something that we don't, and it is hard to to quantify the or just find the value of what things are going to be worth.
Yeah,
If
I
I
agree. I know with eBay, everyone can post, at their own price. So maybe that $50 one, if you check back in a couple days, might be a little bit higher. and
Yeah.
balancing out towards that 250 because people will start bidding on it and trying to get that card.
Yeah. Definitely. It's yeah. Um, Another question. So you had a binder growing up. You had like thousands of baseball
Yeah.
cards, like 3,000.
Oh yeah. I know our viewers can't see, but you can
Uh,
see. You can see how thick that binder is.
Maybe I'll post this on Vimeo. I'm still recording this. Maybe I'll post it on Vimeo, but this is going to go on all the podcast platforms as
Yep.
well. Just want to leave that out there. So you're going to find us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple, iHeartRadio. We're not on Amazon yet. We are on Stitcher, Podchaser, all the others as
Nice. I
well.
love it. Yeah, I did. Yeah, growing up, I had a binder. I actually had two of those binders for hockey cards, and then I have an old shoebox for baseball cards, an old shoebox of hockey cards, and then also like one of those old white tubs full of baseball cards as well. So I've
Oh,
got quite a collection of all different types of cards.
man, the, I've got I've got like this cardboard box at home, and I've got like this time when Sammy Sosa was on the White Sox, not the Cubs, which is like, yeah, that's old. That is old.
Yeah, that's some old
And
cards.
I think I even have a Ricky Henderson card, which is that is something.
Yeah, that'd be awesome to
Yeah,
see.
I mean Ricky Henderson. Yeah, 3,000 hit club, most stolen bases. Yeah, he definitely is going to be worth something.
Yeah, he was a stud.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So um the all right, so you have companies like Upper Deck and Tops, and I don't know if one is going to be more valuable than the other. I think Tops is a little more with a Tops card that's not going to be worth as much as an Upper Deck. Wayne Gretzky, I think a Wayne Gretzky Upper Deck rookie card is probably really, really rare. I've never seen that before. And Mario Lemieux is definitely going to be something else as well.
Well, I just saw the Wayne Gretzky. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that just sold for over $1 million. Uh,
Oh,
let
wow.
me look that up real quick.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I will. Yeah, definitely. Oh, man, that is just crazy. Oh, and all right, and I'll just keep it going now. All right, so yeah, I'll check eBay for a Wayne Gretzky card real quickly. Wayne Gretzky rookie card. Okay, so right now I'm seeing $1,000 on there. I'm seeing 750, 620, and 1250, 1900, 3000. So this is really getting big, but like you said earlier, the bidding would probably go up, and 2,600 right there, and another 3,000, 2,000. It's like damn. It,
Yeah, so
it's like
it's according to Bloomberg Wealth
dang.
that the auction for a 1979 Wayne Gretzky Opeak Opeak rookie card, which is by uh, looks like it's with Heritage Auctions.
Yeah,
Um,
or
it is expected to reach over $1 million.
yeah, and oh my god, if Wayne Gretzky signed that,
Oh, it would
geez,
be
it's
even worth
like
so much more.
you could probably retire and live happily on whatever that is.
Oh,
And
that'd be awesome.
dude, I would so do that as well. Yeah,
Got to find that diamond in the rough. You got to start digging back through your old cards, Adam.
of course, and yeah, um, yeah. So there is a little message that has been on my mind. And so I just want to make a little. I just want to make a sad note. All right. So there are people right now who are uh, in who are struggling clearly, and my goal of this podcast is to help people find their side hustle, help people make money online, doing what they love, and and ultimately controlling the source of their income. It's I mean, this is a very unique show where I definitely go into the history of hobbies and trying to inform my listeners on things, and and at the same time, my goal is to make sure that you leave here better informed and I can help you make better decisions. You know, I going back to my website, I have a little template that can get you set up. So it's not the Upwork email, but it's the the guide to starting your hobby that has your 5 emails. It's a PDF. You can download it for free and just follow the guide and get started. Ladies and gentlemen, I genuinely believe that the 9 to 5 job is going to go away, or or it's not going to be what it used to, and you are going to need to have something for yourself so that you can be in a better place, because it if the economy goes, if we take another hit, uh it's going to be very difficult to bounce back. So what I want you all to do is start right now. Literally start right now. Start finding the things that you're into, and just put a skill around it. I mean, start a podcast like what I'm doing, or definitely, um, or go to Skillshare.com as well. Now, right now, yeah, just definitely wanting to leave that. Is there? I mean, you agree with that, right?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, if it's we're in weird times right now. I think everyone can agree upon that one.
Yeah.
Um, so it's definitely something to look into for everybody out there. At least finding a hobby, starting it with a hobby, and then hopefully progressing it into a, an alternative income source, and then hopefully all taking that alternative income source and changing it into a full time thing that you can make a living off of, and at the same time it's something that you'll love and that you're interested in. So just kind of building off of what you just said.
Yeah. And this is something else. I mean, yes. It's never been cheaper or easier to start something. I mean, I got this done in a week. I got off the ground in a week with this. I had a microphone and a laptop and a lot of heart to get this going. And yes, the earlier episodes didn't sound as well as they do now. The intro was terrible, and right now I've got intro music to go along with this, and it's it's definitely worth pursuing,
Yeah.
guys. I mean, 2 years ago I was coding HTML email templates, and I made $85 off of it, and yes, some people would consider that a failure, but no. What I learned is that um it is that things can fall through. People are going to reject you, but you, you got to keep going forward, because I know that there is something out there that there's someone out there that's going to want to learn how to make a picture audiobook for their kids so that they can help them read. And and I'm not tooting my own horn here. I'm just saying that when you specialize in a skill, when you specialize in skills and pursue that, and you can teach someone your knowledge and make money off of it. And it's not a dirty thing. You know, we to get to a better place. Zig Ziglar said, "Hey, that if you help enough people, you know, get what they want, you will get what you want, or something to that effect." It, it's not dirty to trade. It's not scummy to trade. It's important to trade because you know you may be a generalist, um, or you may be specialized in a certain field. You know, I don't know much about neuroscience. I mean, if I had a brain injury, I wouldn't know where to start. First of all, I'd be knocked out. So bad example. Um, I don't know. Okay, I don't know how to build a house from the ground up. Okay, flat out. Just don't know about that. But let's say I have the money to pay for it, a house. I mean, I would trade my dollars for that and get something out of that. And those people would on, go into the market with that money and go spend it on, restaurants and things for their kids and what they needed. Capitalism is a good thing. It is a good thing.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, that's one thing I love about you, Adam. You always can find a new path to get yourself into. Like you said, you're doing HTML coding a little bit ago, but now, you're running your podcast. You've got guests on, you've got a wide variety of topics that everybody could be interested in and other people can be relate to. And this episode might not relate to somebody, but your drone episode or one of your video game episodes or one of your just general hobby episodes could interest somebody else. So that's you're just kind of getting out there, and I'm excited to see the progression of this podcast and uh how good it can be.
yeah, 100%. I mean, yeah. Okay. So before we go on any further, I do want to mention, if you like what you're hearing here, you like this back and forth, you like me talking into a microphone, definitely consider donating. I will have a PayPal donation link and a Square donation link in the show notes for you guys to donate to. And it could be as simple as $1 or the price of a cup of coffee. So $1, $2, $5, $500. I mean, it really does help me out here, and I can run the Adobe Audition, get the sound up, and it definitely helps. And it definitely takes it definitely eases the burden, and I'm not spending so much, spending like 30, $40 a month to maintain certain things.
Yeah,
But yeah.
any donation will definitely help bring this podcast from where it is now to where it possibly can be. And
Yeah.
that's obviously all of the help of the listeners out there that are listening to this great podcast week after week, and listening to this great content.
Yeah, and I may have about 2 dozen people, not even, but a dozen or so people that are not regular listeners, and yet I'm approaching 300 downloads total. 300. And and you know, I'm probably going to do it. It's definitely going to happen, especially with, my wonderful player who played under me during my college days, Matt Stella. It's going to be guys like him who are going to get this out. And if you're just some random listener in Pennsylvania, Maryland, Florida, wherever you may be listening to in the country, share the show with someone, please, because this is the type of content that is going to revolutionize people. Um, Now, I also talk a little bit about peace and prosperity in your life. Um, y- now you've definitely sold off some things to pay for your college debt, right? So just a little bit of a side note here. You've definitely done that, correct?
No, actually, I haven't had a need, I guess, to sell anything off. Um,
Oh,
Fortunately, right now, I created a good budget right out of school where I had a nice savings, and I'm just paying off the college debt. Um, with every paycheck that I get in, I pay off, more than my minimum balance, and I'm pumping out student loan payments.
yeah. And one and yeah, and and that's another thing is that you know is that your love for a hobby definitely can get you to a better place and help you pay off debt. I mean, finding those baseball cards in your closet, finding those Yu-Gi-Oh cards and those Pokemon cards and whatever sport cards, finding the cards, finding a deck of playing cards, because there's probably some kid who would like that, and they don't need to go to the store to do that, and they could just buy it cheaply off of eBay. Yeah, there's someone who's going to want that, and it may not be much, but hey, uh, pay that debt off. Do not live with debt. Pay pay cash for things. When you can, and just really keep track of that budget, because it's better when you are in control. It is better when you are making your own choices, and uh and uh and things can go smoothly. Let's just say that.
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
Whew, yeah, man, it is definitely been quite a lot. Any questions for me at all?
No, I mean, what was your favorite card?
Oh,
If you had to pick one card.
uh, probably Griffey on the Mariners, or like 94 Mariners, like that that jersey, and apparently Randy Johnson Mariners was really good, and they both played together,
Yeah.
and I wonder how much Ichiro Suzuki would have been worth, how much that card would have been worth had Ken Griffey stayed in Seattle, or had Randy Johnson stayed in Seattle with them. With the three of them were all together.
Yeah, that would have
That
been
that
that
would
would have
have
been fun.
been that would have been probably the greatest MLB team ever. And
That would have been interesting to say.
I would have loved to see that. They probably would have won the World Series and everything. And also, um, when you have new stars like Mike Trout, um, with their cards, it's definitely possible he can get injured and doesn't make the 500 club. Prince Fielder had that issue. He had that issue, and he was playing a decade plus, and there was definitely a time when I thought, oh yeah, he's going to be better than his father, like Cal Ripken Jr. But no, he had a roadblock. you know you know the former Texas Ranger slash Detroit Tiger slash Milwaukee Brewer just hit a roadblock.
Yeah,
And
I mean, obviously you can only hope for health for every player that's out there, and you can
y-
hope that every player's career is successful. So
yeah, 100%. And this also leads to something else. You know, you know, your hours can get cut uh, at work. Your pay can get cut. I'm taking a pay cut um, at work, and I'm hustling right now to get good content to you guys. And and it's and yes, things are not going to be easy for a while, but if you can innovate, if you can redirect things and make it flow your way, you're going to come out on top. Um, I'm going to give a shout out to my mentor real quickly. My mentor, or my business guide, Jason Stapleton, was talking about his brother-in-law and and how all the restaurants were shutting down in LA, and he said um that his brother-in-law was actually decided, I can't keep this open. I've got all this outdoor seating. We're going to be losing money. And I still need to get my workers paid. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have them go into the kitchen and prepare home cooked meals for my customers to take home. And that's going to get us through this tough period. And then when they were opened up in LA, you know, he didn't lose much and he actually came out on top, making more of a profit than when he initially started. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so, uh, right now I'm averaging $2 a day with my business, or a little more than $2 a day with my business, and I'm still making sales. Though, I mean, I've sold about 6 copies of my ebook. And I'm trying to promote the Three Little Pigs picture audiobook. It's but it's worth it, and I'm enjoying this, you know, as well. It,
Yeah, I mean, it seems like every time we've talked, you've been just ranting and raving about how much you like to do this podcasting, and it's been
yeah,
an absolute pleasure to be on here with you today and talk about baseball trading cards and kind of getting just helping you out and you know having this open platform to chat.
yeah, and I mean, think about this. 20 years ago, the concept of this happening, like, was impossible. Imagine this. Imagine, a 56K modem and dial up internet, and you had to plug it into your computer on a monitor that was, and the monitor weighed like a million tons,
Yeah.
and the computer itself weighed 3 times much more than that, and Skype was brand. it- I don't even think Skype existed back then.
No, probably not.
No, it didn't.
No.
Oh man. This has definitely been one this is definitely going to be a long episode, but I mean, but hey, this is the things that we enjoy to do,
Yeah.
and I will definitely see about um getting the video as well to you guys, and I will leave a link to that in the show notes on Vimeo, for the Vimeo link, assuming I can get it on there and I don't have any trouble. Oh,
Yeah, of
all
course.
right.
I mean, it's always fun. I mean, I had a pleasure doing this. So I hope you did too.
Oh, yes, 100%. Okay. Yeah, so once again, hit the donation button for PayPal or Square. Links are in the show notes. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. I've got 23 subscribers there right now, and I'll leave a link to that. Follow me on Instagram and the works. Yeah, don't follow me on LinkedIn. I don't use Twitter that much, and I don't have a TikTok. One more thing. Matt, do you have any? Okay, Matt, follow Matt Stella at what's your username on Instagram?
I'm gonna say it's mstel14. Yep,
Mstel
that's it.
Mstel14 on Instagram. Do you have a YouTube channel, LinkedIn?
I don't have a YouTube channel, but LinkedIn is Matt Stella,
Perfect.
and then
Um,
about it.
yeah. All right. Yeah. I will definitely also see about getting more of our teammates on this. Maybe I'll get Jeremy on here
Yeah,
next week and talk to him about something. I'm not sure uh, what he would be up to, but hey, you gotta just keep going, right?
yeah, of course. I mean, I know Jeremy would love to come on and take some time out of his day and chat with you.
Of course, and I would get that up as soon as possible. Uh,
Yeah,
I'm looking. I'm already projecting that this is going to be our biggest month of the podcast. Got two more episodes after this, and let's see if we can get it to 400 downloads this month and just really accelerate and take off.
yeah, of course. I'm excited to I'm excited to see what progression you have, and hopefully hopefully you can get to that 400, 500, and even hopefully 1,000 downloads.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Anything else you want to ask me at all or share with the audience?
No, I think I'm good. I mean, we had a great discussion. I mean, it's gonna be pushing almost 50 minutes. This might be your longest episode.
No. Yeah. This might be my longest episode, but it's gonna come up a little short though. All right. Let's see. I guess I would cut it now. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the Blue Oasis podcast. This is definitely one of the most unique shows out there. Um, also, go. Uh, okay, so also don't consider donating. Um, and and subscribe on iTunes, Google, Spotify, wherever you may be listening to. Uh, 5 stars on iTunes. Rate us. Give us a comment, critique. Let people know what you're listening to. And until the next one, stay safe, stay great, and I'll talk to you then. And